Good afternoon, and welcome back to our Cultivating Courage series, where we help individuals and organizations break barriers to their success, bolster their belief for greater confidence, and build courageous behaviors to optimize their life, creating belonging internally and externally in community. And of course, this looks like Cultivating Courage. So I'm Jaleesa Dallas. If you are new here, if you could do me a favor and go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and share this with someone you know, I would truly appreciate it. This is going to be a quick overview of our Brave on Purpose series. It is an informational session on our Cultivating Courage program that we are offering as a training and development opportunity for teams and organizations. And so I want to give you a snapshot of what is entailed in these sessions. They are 1 hour long sessions where I essentially go over the current climate and why courageous leadership, or courage more specifically, is needed in this time. I also talk about and define what courageous leadership is, what values are, because sometimes we misunderstand how values are so important when we're talking about leadership as a whole, but doing so courageously. I'm also going to share the 7 anchors of courageous leadership, as well as the cost of inaction, what fear-based leadership looks like, and how that is essentially wreaking havoc in your organization. And so that's essentially what I cover in this 1 hour informational. Again, it's entitled Brave on Purpose, the first steps toward value aligned leadership. And so in it, as I just shared, are those several things that I cover to include an opportunity to connect with and partner with me in how to cultivate courage in your teams and or organizations. And so I want to give you a snapshot, about 4-minute long video of what we covered today. And this is something that I'm going to offer on a bi-weekly basis. And the next one will be June 10th. And I am going to put a link to make that available to you, June 10th, Tuesday at 1 p.m. So I'm not going to delay. I'm going to go ahead and put in the clip so that you can see what you can expect for this session. In this current climate, 74% of employees want their CEO to take a stand on social issues. Yet, over 60% of leaders feel unprepared to lead in politically charged and ethically gray environments. So a 2022 study published in the Leadership Quarterly found that value-based leadership mitigates fear and fosters resilience during crisis, especially when teams experience uncertainty. So we're being called to lead in emotionally, morally, and politically intelligent ways. Silence, avoidance, or fear-based leadership erodes trust. But leading with clarity, courage, and conviction, rooted in values, which we'll talk about in just a moment, is what helps teams navigate these challenges with hope and direction. So in summation, now isn't just the time for leadership, it's time for courageous leadership. When we hear the word courage, we often think of bold, fearless acts. But courageous leadership is more nuanced. It's the daily decision to lead with authenticity, empathy, and values, even when it's hard. Why does this matter? Well, a 2023 Gallup report found that only 31% of employees strongly agree that their leaders communicate honestly and transparently. In sectors like education, social work, and health services, misalignment between leadership values and lived behaviors is causing significant disengagement. Additionally, the American Psychological Association reports that workers in helping professions are experiencing unprecedented rates of stress and burnout, with over 60% reporting emotional exhaustion. In the words of Simon Sinek, author, speaker, and founder of the Optimism Company, values are verbs. For example, it's not just about saying you value respect, it's about how respect shows up in your behavior, your feedback, your policies. According to the Schwartz theory of basic human values, our core values influence not only personal fulfillment, but also organizational alignment and leadership effectiveness. So this one is my favorite part because at the heart of cultivating courage, or courageous leadership specifically, is the Go Brave framework, a values-based model designed to equip people to lead with emotional intelligence, personal clarity, and authentic impact. So I want to walk you through each value, grounding it in an everyday leadership and a real world role model. So first we have growth mindset. A growth mindset means viewing challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to learn. So a practical example of this is a supervisor openly admitting that they don't have all the answers, but invites their team to co-create solutions during a systems change process. And so actually, Dr. Carol Dweck, she is a psychologist out of Stanford. She's the one that authored the book entitled Mindset, where growth mindset was developed. And so she championed this idea. But leaders like Satya Nadella, who is the CEO of Microsoft, brought it to life by transforming Microsoft's culture around learning and innovation. And so the reality of not cultivating courageous leadership is and can be very scary. Fear-based leadership isn't just toxic for people, it's expensive for organizations. It erodes trust, drives disengagement, and creates cultures of silence where innovation and integrity go to die. So let's explore the data-backed consequences of not choosing courage in your leadership model. Number one, financial costs. The bottom line suffers. According to Gallup, only 23% of employees worldwide are engaged at work, and disengaged employees cost the global economy $8.8 trillion annually, or 9% of global GDP. Well, I hope that information was helpful and you got some insights as to what to expect, kind of the flow and the layout. Of course, there is so much more information that I did not share because the point is to get you all in the Zoom room so that you can get a real live demonstration of all the things that I share during the webinar. So I would love for you to share this with someone that you know, someone in leadership, a decision maker that you may be familiar with that needs to, understand how to reduce burnout, how to align personal and professional values and responsibilities, how to cultivate leaders with courage in their organizations. Send this information to them because they will not regret it. I also want to mention that this program can be customizable for the organization. I understand courageous leadership is universal in its concept and in its makeup, but depending on how I would come in and assess your organization and the needs, we will definitely curate something specific for your organization. So again, share this with someone you know that would benefit. And I hope to see you all again next week. And if you could do me a favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and share this with someone you know. And until next time, let your soul work be your best work to a better you. Have a great one.